Hello fellow YouTuber Citrus Aviation here with yet another model review. Today we are reviewing the Iceland 757-200 in the Hawkla Aurora made by Gemini jets in the 1/400 scale. So first starting off with the airline information. Iceland was founded in 1937 and they are a discount transatlantic airline with stopover in Reykjavik, which is their main hub, their focus city, and their base of operations. Iceland has a total of 32 aircraft. 27 of them are 757-200s. They have one 757-300 and four 767-300s. All of them have Rolls-Royce RB211 engines. They have service from Reykjavik to 39 destinations, and I'm going to list all of them off. Starting with the destinations to the United States. They serve Anchorage, Boston Logan, Chicago O'Hare International Airport, Denver, Minneapolis St. Paul, Newark, New York's JFK, Orlando, Portland, Seattle Tacoma, and then in Canada they serve Edmonton, Halifax, Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver. In Europe, the destinations include Aberdeen, Amsterdam, Barcelona, Belfast, Berlin Tegel, Billund. They also serve Paris Charles de Gaulle, CDG, London Heathrow, Rome, Moscow, Madrid, Baccarat International Airport, Helsinki, Manchester, Gatwick, Stockholm, Stonga, Birmingham, Tremden, Paris Olay, Munich, Milan, Glasgow, Geneva, Frankfurt, Gothenburg, Hamburg, and Copenhagen. So yeah, that's a small list of destinations, and yeah, so we'll now get on to the box. So first you have the Gemini Jets logo, made for collectors by collectors, computer generated image, which is really nicely done. Iceland Boeing 757-200, 1/4 scale diecast model, and look inside, which we'll do momentarily. Bottom of the box detail, just standard Gemini Jet stuff. Right side, standard top, and left side, nothing particularly special. The back isn't particularly special either, although I really do like how Gemini Jets does it with the aircraft climbing the Gemini Jets logos reveals it gets. All kinds of information we do not want. And this was a May 2016 release. And now for the look inside part. So we have a flap. Pause if you'd like to read about the 757-200, and pause if you'd like to read the specifications. And this is how the model looks like in the box, showing exactly how it would be packaged. Information about this gorgeous aircraft. The registration is TF-FIU, or Tango Foxtrot-Foxtrot Indigo Uniform. This aircraft has gone over several registration changes, so I'm just going with the current registration. It is a 757-256, with the Boeing customer code of 56, which is Iberian's customer code, as this aircraft was initially delivered to Iberian Airlines. The aircraft is line number 603, the 603rd 757 built. It was first flown on the 8th of April 1994, and delivered to Iberian in May of 1994. It was then sold in 2003 to ITOHU, and then in April 04, it was sold to Lufthansa Airlines, and then in May of 2004, it was sold to Voloi Airlines, and then in November 2004, it was sold to Lufthansa Airlines, where it was stored until May 2005, where Iceland acquired the aircraft. And it has been in operation ever since. This gorgeous livery, Hawkla Aurora, was painted on the 8th of December 2004, overnight as typical, and its first photographs of it were spotted on December the 9th. Okay, so excuse me, this aircraft will be painted on the overnight of December 8th, 2014, and obviously first appeared on December 9th when it came out of paint hangar. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the seating configuration of this aircraft. Excuse me. Alright, so there are a total of 183 seats on this aircraft. We got Saga class, which has 22 seats, 2 and 2, rows 1 to 6, which, yes, you did hear that right, it is Saga class, which is an interesting name. So here to here, it is between the two main front emergency doors. And then economy comfort, 41 seats, 3 and 3 configuration, rows 9 and 14. So here to here. And then finally, economy class, 120 seats, 3 and 3, rows 15 and 34. So here, all the way to the back of the aircraft. Alright, so we're going to start with the nose detail. We've got the beautiful 757 cockpit windows. And moving on to the port side, we have the cockpit windows again. And the L1 door, which is right here. And Iceland is not part of any airline alliance, so there is not any alliance logos here. On the nose gear, we have the parcel registration, so FIU, and I believe it also says ETOPS there. Iceland titles, and then the beautiful Aurora livery, which represents the beautiful Aurora Borealis, which is very, very prevalent in Iceland. It's actually one of the most popular places to go to for spotting the Aurora Borealis. That's hard to say sometimes. Anyway, we got the inboard landing light detail. Moving on to the engines, which are, if it'll focus, there we go, Rolls-Royce IB 211-535E4. This can take the aircraft to a range of 4,000 miles and a cruising speed of 550 miles per hour. The empty weight of this aircraft is 127,000 pounds. So we're going to move down to the winglet and the red navigation light with the Iceland logo. Back to the fuselage, we got the inboard, we got the over-the-wing emergency exit. And on the back here, just inside the wing roots, I would like to show one of the special features, which is on the livery. Kind of hard to tell unless you angle it this way, but that is the tallest mountain in the country of Iceland. Alright, so the two mountains that are shown on the aircraft are these two here that I cannot pronunciate, and there's the altitude of both of them. The one that's just shorter is only 2 feet shorter or something like that. So yeah, I'm not going to try to pronunciate that mountain, but just the two mountains, but I just want to give you guys the information so you guys can go look it up yourself. So the taller of the two mountains is in the back here, and the shorter one is up front a little bit more right there, about where the emergency exit doors are. So that's interesting to see. I'm not going to try to pronunciate the name of the mountain because it's way too hard for me. But right, moving on to the back of the aircraft, you have the flag of Iceland, which is really hard to see, but it's right there. Then you have the registration. I do apologize if this livery does look a little bit bright on the camera. I do tend to like to have good lighting when I do a view, so this might look a little bit bright. This will look brighter than the model actually does, but I sort of like it that way. And then we have the beautiful flag, the flag of Iceland, and then the Iceland Air logo, which I think looks really, really good. Excuse me. Moving on to the APU detail, it's quite well done on this model. Horizontal and vertical stabilizers are as they should as well. If we focus, there is back of the engine and back of the wing detail. And then there is also winglet detail. So the winglet's also quite nicely done on this model. On the starboard side, you got much of the same details. Although there is a cargo container door right here. Alright, so moving to the inboard landing light detail, I also forgot to show the inside of the engine detail, which is quite well done on this model. And the fact even a little black piece in the center to show the rotating part of the fan blades. So that's well done. Moving down to the engines, which is nicely done, and down to the horizontal, the winglet with the green navigation light. And also, I would like to show the inside of the winglet at this time. So we can get that winglet in view. There we go. That's the inside of the winglet. It says Iceland there with the Iceland there logo, which is really well done. Moving to the back of the aircraft, there's the rear cargo container door. Right there, and there's another one right here that's smaller than the back of the aircraft, which is really nicely done. Topside details, you got the cockpit windows, L1 and R1 door. The beacon light, which is right there. The L2 and R2 doors. The over the wing emergency exit details on the very nicely done over the wing detail. The ADF antenna, which is right here. Wi-Fi box, which is also right here. And the very nicely done horizontal stabilizer detail and the tail. On the bottom, got the nose gear, and it says Boeing 77. Right, actually no it doesn't. Okay, it's just wheel well detail here. Here you got the Gemini Jets logo, hold for stand, anti-collision light, NACA dots, which are right here and here. Bottom of the engine and bottom of the wing detail. Went to the bottom of the aircraft, and this is showing the mountain scenery here on the bottom. This is showing the mountains in Iceland. In fact, I just showed this way so you guys can see it. In fact, I'll just turn it this way so you guys can see the beautiful detail of the mountains of Iceland. I just wanted to highlight that because you can see it best here on the bottom. So, move on to the features of this model. It does feature supposedly rolling landing gear, but again, these don't roll really well. But of course, you come to expect that from Gemini Jet 757s. So, you know, it will move. You move it, but the gears don't really roll. Now to put it on the Gemini Jet's 1/200 scale stand. This should work. Kind of hard sometimes to see the bottom of the model where the hole is because it's so dark. And we should have it here. There we go. And this model is quite stunning. So we're going to do the final 360 of the model, as it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, I completely will recommend this model to you guys if you want an Iceland Air model, or if you just want a stunning looking model. It's great for all European, American, Iceland collectors. It's a fantastic looking model, and it will look great at your airport. This is also quite a rare model. There are only about 1,000 of these made by Gemini Jets, which is limited by their standards, because they typically make 2,000 or 3,000 models of each release. So definitely try to get your hands on it if you can. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and God bless you. Alrighty, so that was a video from 2 years ago. I have decided to upload some old videos I found. I found a bunch of really old model views. So we are now going to see how this model, the Iceland Air 752, compares to the other models. And you can see it is the only model to get a perfect score so far that I reviewed. There were some of the qualifications that made this model get a higher score than the British Airways 747-400, which I really like. Is the British Airways 747 did have a couple paint chips on it, so that's really the only thing that makes it 1 point lower than the Iceland Air. So other than that, the British Airways is a perfect model, but the Iceland Air 752 and Heckler Aurora is the only aircraft so far on this channel to get a perfect score. Let's see who can break that record. There will be more of these older model views coming out whenever I have the opportunity to, and like let's say for example I don't have any new models to review, so you'll start seeing some of these older ones. So yeah, I have been able to find a bunch of old videos from the old channel, so you might be able to see those coming on to the current channel. in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.